Howdy. Welcome to the new channel. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all on my other channel, Cloudy Comics. If y'all ain't been over there, go check it. It's where I talk about Marvel and DC, give my theories and react to the news and updates. But over there, I have been talking about I wanted to make another channel where I react to a lot of things that I'm curious about, things that kind of make me question a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying? And this is the first video. Today, we got a video from the finest 5 forbidden places on earth we dare you to visit. It's been minutes since I watched some videos like this, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching mainly sports.
The world is full of beauty and mystery.
Games,
and with modern day transport, it's easy enough to journey to anywhere you want to experience the local culture and sights. There are, though, a number of places where visitors are not welcome. Whether
I hope I don't get copyright for this music, bro. That would be crazy.
In this video, we'll feature 5 forbidden places on Earth that we dare you to visit, if you're brave enough. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified.
What's weird to me is the fact that these places are forbidden. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is anywhere on Earth forbidden for us to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Number 5. Snake Island, Brazil.
But I'm not tripping, right? This is not Brazil, right? This is just an island separate from Brazil, but it's considered Brazil, right?
Number 5.
Y'all let me know I've never been to Brazil, bro.
Brazil.
That really could be Brazil.
If snakes send shivers down your spine, then this is the last place on Earth you'll want to visit. Because the forbidden island of Ilha de Queimada Grande is home to one of the most dangerous snakes in the world. Located 20 miles south of the coast of Sao Paulo,
those look like
Brazilian government
too.
has banned anyone from visiting this treacherous place. But that doesn't stop a brave few from setting foot on its shores.
Want to lose weight without losing muscle?
From a distance, it seems like any other island in that region. But this 4.6 million square foot outcrop is the only known habitat for the Bothrops insularis. Also
that shit hard, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I would want to touch it. And I don't trust snakes. But this snake right here look like some rare loot, bro. Like if you pick it up, you gonna gain powers or something, bro. This is a golden snake, bro. This is not yellow. I don't care what nobody say. This is a golden snake, bro. How is there an island just full of snakes? How the hell do they get there? Somebody scoop up a bunch of snakes from somewhere, then fly it over here and then drop them all right here, bro? Or do these snakes swim? Because there's water all around, so maybe they came from the water. Or there really is some cities and stuff under the water, bro, that motherfuckers ain't talking about.
Insularis, also known as the golden lance-head viper. There are a lot of them here too, with estimates suggesting as many as 4,000 of the snakes writhing around the island searching for food.
Bro, nah, bro. Somebody had to have grabbed some snakes and dropped them off on this island, bro. There's no, cause how, bro? Like I said, unless there's underground cities in the water, bro, I don't see how these snakes even got on this island in the first place. Now, granted, you know, we know how the continents, you know, they broke up, you know. So maybe when it was connected to one of the other, you know, it was probably a bunch of snakes in that area already, and then it broke apart. You know what I'm saying? And then they had their own little island. That's possible, I guess. I just don't see how a bunch of snakes is just on one little island, bro, and nothing else is on there.
46 inches long, the golden lanceheads get their name because of their distinctive pointed heads. They're the dominant predator on the island.
This is a rare loot snake right here, bro.
Even the Brazilian Navy avoid it at all costs, only daring to venture there to tend to the automated lighthouse that was quickly built in 1909 before the workers fled. It's not known for sure how the snakes ended up.
Is bro running away from snakes?
The prevailing theory is that they were trapped when the sea levels rose 11,000 years ago.
You can't even step nowhere. Like, why would anybody want to be on this island, bro? What would be the point of... Why is this island even alive? Do we need snakes? Y'all let me know in the comments, bro. Do we need snakes on Earth, bro? Because if not, bro, they can honestly just detonate this entire island, bro.
Due to their isolation on the
this
island, the
alive?
snakes have developed the
know what I'm
fastest
saying?
acting and most deadly venom of any snake in the world. And if a human were to be bitten, they would need immediate medical attention to treat the rapidly melting flesh and high probability of death. The reason why the vipers have become so dangerous is simply due to their need to feed.
I might get the copyright for this
source
video.
of food for them on the remote island are birds, but by the time most snake toxins would incapacitate them, they would have been able to fly quite a distance, leaving the snake without its meal. Instead,
damn,
lanceheads developed.
Bro, imagine that, bro. You one of the most coldest killers in the game, and you can't even catch a small bird, bro, because your weapons ain't good enough to keep them down. You know what I'm saying, bro? They said the snake can bite a bird, but the bird will still be able to get away. It'll die, but it'll be able to fly away. That's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
By using toxins 5 times stronger than their
at that point, I would want arms.
Numerous stories are told of misfortunate people who found themselves on the island. The original lighthouse keepers were attacked by snakes who came through the windows, and their bodies were found scattered across the island. It's the island's name that gives the biggest clue to its danger. Translated as
I heard snakes being toilets
fire. Visit here if you dare, but you might not get out alive.
We don't need snakes, bro.
Number 4, the Sentinel Islands. The North Sentinel Island lies in the Bay of Bengal and is one of the last places on Earth that humans live unconnected with the outside world. The tribe, known as the Sentinelese, have lived here for almost 60,000 years, and they don't like visitors. The island itself is pristine and unaffected by modern machinery.
And the fact they able to live for 60,000 years, bro, and flourish, bro, on a separated island, they ain't getting no foods from the grocery store, they ain't getting no clothes, they ain't getting no Jordans or nothing, they ain't using none of the soaps we use, because I don't know if they found a way to make soap, you know what I'm saying, because it's possible. Bro, when you get in situations where you ain't got nothing at all, you get very creative. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling what the hell they made in that island. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't want nobody to go, bro. It might be a portal Wakanda or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real, bro. I really don't think these movies are made off fairy tales, bro. I think there's some truth to them, bro. They might have some secret tech or some secret something in the middle of that island or something like that. Have we ever got to the middle of the Sentinel Island before, bro? Has anybody ever been there, went around the whole entire thing, went in and out, you know what I'm saying, and made it back? Because they might have something over there that they don't want us to have, because it's, bro, they've been alive for 60,000 years with none of the stuff we have. And a lot of us feel like we're going to die with half of the stuff if we don't have like 1 or 2 things that we do have, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't got nothing. They got something in the middle of that island, bro. It's some type of tech or some alien beacon or something, bro.
The coast is surrounded by vibrant, unexplored
reefs. The
indigenous people have been recorded throwing arrows at low-flying aircraft and helicopters, and any attempts at communication have been rejected with force. Even following the devastation of the tsunami in 2004, they were seen aiming arrows at an emergency rescue helicopter, an act that was taken as evidence that the tribe had survived and should be left alone. Because of their isolation, very little is known of the Sentinelese people. They're hunter-gatherers who move and live in different parts of the island depending on where the food sources are, and there are thought to be
are they all black?
and 500 of them. Attempts in the 70s and 1990 to make contact were responded to with arrow fire, and 2 fishermen who spent the night in their boat near the island.
Yeah, leave them alone, bro. Bro, the last people in that helicopter came and got their stuff bro, leave them alone. It's clear they got some of the best shooters on the planet, bro. They shooting arrows at helicopters, bro, and they hitting their target. I don't think you're gonna make it on a boat. I just don't think you're gonna make it on a boat, bro. What y'all think?
Their sleep.
I'm not coming on the boat if they knock you down.
Disinterest in being in contact with the rest of the world has led to Survival International, the organization that monitors and protects tribal people, recommending
is it wild? I want to go there.
Their lack of contact with others will also mean that they'll be vulnerable to common diseases that they have no resistance to. So any contamination of their society would almost certainly end badly and reinforce their distrust.
So would it be called like they are an endangered species? Is that what you will call it? Well, no, I wasn't. Ain't that an endangered species? Like, you know, they the last of that, you know what I mean? Until they can reproduce or whatever the case, you know? But I guess that's the reason why, you know, you don't want to contact them, because you don't want to get them sick and then they pass away. But that's not the reason. The reason is because if they go over there, they gonna die. You know, not them, but the scientists and the researchers, like, well, they gonna die. They trying to spin it to y'all and say, oh, we don't want to go over there no more because we might get them diseases or something like that. You telling me that y'all not checking these people before they go over there? Like, y'all not checking to see if they sick, you know what I'm saying? So when they go over there, y'all telling me y'all sending people over there sick? That's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? Bro, it's not the reason why, bro. They just trying to make sure they don't die, you know what I'm saying? They not trying to get shot by an arrow, you know what I'm saying? These, bro, you know what I kind of wonder, y'all ever saw the King Kong movie, Skull Island, bro? Y'all know that little tribe that, you know, that Kong was protecting or whatever? I wonder if it's something like that for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they got something they worship, like a certain animal or something, you know what I'm saying? Because what, bro, I'm just saying, bro, what if there really is something crazy in the middle of this island, like a big animal or something like that, and they trying to keep that hidden, bro? Because, I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't want to see you, I don't want these people to come in our spot because I don't trust them, you know what I'm saying? But it is also like, bro, the way they making sure nobody come to that, like, I feel like they really protecting something, bro. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be.
The Indian government has ruled it illegal to get within 5 kilometers.
We ain't send no drones or nothing,
most
bro.
will ever learn about this unique society will be from aerial photography and anthropological study from afar. Perhaps one day they'll want to venture beyond their shores, but with rumors of cannibalism and extreme tribal rituals, it's unlikely there'll be too many volunteers wanting to get to know them.
Yeah, I'm for sure ain't going.
This cookie dough parfait is my new favorite
Number
high protein.
3, Chernobyl. If you're a daring adventurer and looking for somewhere truly unusual to visit, then the town of Chernobyl in northern Ukraine should be on your list. It used to be a bustling town with more than 16,000 inhabitants, but events that took place in 1986 meant that the
did he say town?
entire 15,000 Ukraine should be on your list. It used to be a bustling town with more than 16,000 inhabitants, but events that took place in 1986 meant that the entire region was quickly evacuated. On the 26th of April that year, the nearby nuclear power plant was conducting a systems test on its 4th reactor, but something went terribly wrong. There was a sudden surge of power, and when the emergency shutdown was initiated, a further surge occurred that triggered a series of explosions. The core of the reactor caused a fire that sent a plume of highly radioactive smoke into the
did I just see that? Just say 400 atomic bombs.
Explosions. The core of the reactor became exposed and caused a fire.
The radiation was worse than 400 atomic bombs. Nigga. What the hell? Bro, they wasn't doing no normal project in that facility, bro. The radiation was worse than 400 atomic bombs, bro. Do y'all know what an atomic bomb? Bro, have y'all ever seen a video of one atomic bomb hitting?
This plume drifted across large parts of the Soviet
Union
across Europe and turned Chernobyl into a wasteland. The Soviets tried to cover up the incident, but when the radiation alarms were set off at the Forsmark power plant,
bro, that shit look like a Resident Evil set or something, bro.
Officials had no choice but to own up to what had happened. The event would be one of only 2 to ever be classified as a Level 7 event on the International Nuclear Event Scale, with the other being the Fukushima disaster in 2011. Today, there's a 19-mile exclusion zone around the reactor to prevent people from coming into contact with the most radioactive area that will take.
Why are y'all letting people live there, bro? Clear Chernobyl out, bro. Nobody should be able to live here, bro. Nobody. But the mysterious creatures that y'all possibly got out there, they do not need to be here, bro.
Thousands of years to recover. It's one of the most radioactive
like, why is people still living
world, and draws
rent must be low.
And tourists from all over.
Gotta be low.
Although the time you can spend there is limited. The town was abandoned in such a haste that you can still see shoes, cups, and toys where they were left in the panic. and the Chernobyl fairground, which was due to open a few days after the accident, lays in ruins, never having been used. There's one unexpected positive to the evacuation though, and that's the effect it's had on the local wildlife. Species roam free, and even rare birds have increased their numbers in the area. Tests are regularly carried out to see if the local fauna...
Hey, that might honestly be why I seen that mysterious creature video. It might be a lot of these animals out there mating and stuff, because they got so much freedom, but they not in a normal... You know what I'm saying? They out here on the streets, you know what I'm saying? So it might be a lot of random animals getting into it, you know what I'm saying? Creating these weird, mutated creatures and shit that we be seeing all over YouTube, bro. It's a possible thing, I think.
Is being affected
especially
by
with the radiation stuff.
And while levels are present, it's not affecting animal populations. In fact, they're
crazy. How is it?
Which just goes to prove a pretty stark reality. The presence of humans has a far more detrimental effect on animal habitats than even a nuclear disaster does.
That's a crazy thing to point out. It's not a bad thing to point out. It's a crazy thing to point out now when you think about it, bro. 'Cause I'm sitting here thinking, like, how are they, like, cool being there, but we can't be, you know what I'm saying, as humans. And that really does go to show you that humans are a more detriment to natural wildlife than anything else. That's kind of sad, bro. Do you think it's because we eat a lot of these animals? That can't be the case, because animals eat animals, you know what I'm saying? They doing the same thing we doing, bro. They can't just, you know. That is crazy though, bro. If y'all find a video on how these animals can survive certain things like this, bro, please send it this way, bro. We put it on this show, because that's something I'm curious about too.
Heard Island. Heard Island is part of a remote subantarctic chain of volcanic islands in the southern Indian Ocean. It's approximately at the midpoint between Australia and South Africa, at only 1,600 miles from the continent of Antarctica. Its complete isolation means that this is one of the last places on Earth Australia and South Africa, at only 1,600 miles from the continent of Antarctica. Its complete isolation means that this is one of the last places on Earth untarnished by human activity or the introduction of alien species. It's covered with snow and glaciers.
What do you mean by that? Is he trying to say there's been no conspiracies around this place about aliens at all? But he's also saying no humans and stuff been there. Why haven't I heard of this place? Maybe probably because no human being.
Complete isolation means that this is one of the last places on Earth untarnished by human activity or the introduction of alien species. It's covered with snow and glaciers, with a 2,745 meter tall volcano called Big Ben rising at its center.
Well, shit, that's why nobody over here.
Disturbed for centuries, the island is a great place to see natural forces at work. With constant glacier flows, an active volcano, and a wealth of animal species who seek refuge from the deep, cold ocean that surrounds it. It lies under the jurisdiction of Australia and has been designated as a marine reserve with a number of creatures that are unique to the island.
Bro, you know they doing a bunch of science stuff over there, bro. You know they doing all types of experiments and stuff with these animals, bro, especially with all these. I'm thinking with like Chernobyl in Heard Islands, bro, they in the Snake Island, they probably got scientists on these islands like 24/7, you know what I'm saying, studying things, finding out if they can make new poisons or new cures, and you know what I'm saying,
aren't allowed to get anywhere close without express permission. It's not the sort of place you accidentally
can't
show
go there
up
without
either.
permission.
It's
bro.
a 2-week voyage
the same thing with
Australia that passes through some of the most hostile ocean environment on Earth. The sheer cost of reaching Heard Island means that boats only occasionally reach it, on average once every 3 years, and they're all chartered for scientific missions. Sadly, the island is more susceptible.
I do not watch my videos before I watch my... Bro, subscribe to Curious Cloudy, bro. Subscribe to Curious Cloudy, bro. I do not watch my video, bro. I told y'all, bro, these areas are going to be for scientists. 100%. Why wouldn't they be? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they be?
The global climate change.
I know if I was a scientist, I'd be like,
and the impact in recent years has been clear. The glaciers have noticeably retreated in the past 50 years, but this has opened up fertile soil and created
There's a spider
numerous
on my
ponds
damn
and pools
window.
that are now teeming with life. If you're looking for solitude or simply an adventure and
I'll
have
let it
deep
chill,
enough
man.
pockets,
Come in here,
then
it's
Herd
dying.
Island is one of the last true wildernesses on the planet, and we
My bad. I gotta smack this up on window. I smacked that spider so hard, bro. I saw it fly like straight. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I could have swore I heard her scream a little bit, but I ain't gonna lie. Get off my window.
dare you to visit. Yes, you'll be subjected
go
to
back
the
10
last
seconds.
true wildernesses on the planet, and we dare you to visit. Yes, you'll be
I wanna see
subjected
these
to
lights, bro.
endless
What are these
rain,
lights called,
snow,
bro?
and freezing temperatures.
I wanna see
but
those,
you'll
bro.
have visited a place where very
I still
few have
think they
set foot
fake.
before you.
This woman in
Millions of
Kansas
dollars.
City
Number
searched her
one.
name and
Monkey Island. Cayo Santiago is an island off the coast of Puerto Rico. Commonly referred to as Monkey Island, don't be under the impression that it's full of cute little animals ready to play with you, because the reality of
These
this
monkeys
place
active.
is a lot darker. The story began in 1938 when an American primatologist, Clarence Ray Carpenter, released 400 rhesus macaques. Rather than trying to populate the island, released 400 rhesus macaques.
What the hell is a Reese's Macaques, bro? That sounds like an exclusive Reese's cup.
Rather than trying to populate the island, he was the first of many to conduct experiments looking at their behavior in adverse situations.
So they was already
Realized that
there?
it would be much easier to
Well, they
create a
said they released
population
them.
close to home instead of chasing around for specimens in Africa. So his idea test site was born. For the following 80 years, the site was used to conduct tests that ranged from the harmless, like observation, to the more sinister, such
Nah.
as disease research. Up until recently, there were almost 1,000 monkeys living on the island, and most of the time it seemed like they were observing
I'm
the
not gonna, bro. Seeing these pictures is so sad, bro. Bro, if we be honest, bro, I think out of all the animals, I think monkeys probably been through the worst things ever. Like they probably had the worst. I think monkeys have had the worst experience with humans. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that, you know, they say monkeys are very close to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they say? Like they only like 1%, or I forgot what it was, but I ain't even gonna fuck that up. But it's something like the only different thing from them really is the fact that they can't talk like us, and they don't have a thumb, I think, or they don't have something like that. You feel me? But I think they've had the worst experience with humans, bro. So when you see a monkey that kind of has some type of aggression towards you, like at a zoo or something like that, bro, understand that's the reason why, bro. Because all they cousins and brothers, and, you know, they all been getting. Let's be real, bro. I don't even think I can say that word on YouTube either. They be getting tied up and stuff, bro, like this.
rather than the other way around. But you mustn't get too close to them, because
Yeah,
they are
like, look
all
at this, bro.
natural
They all
carriers
being
of a
chained
viral
and-
strain of herpes B, a form of the virus that can be deadly to humans. It's such a risk that the first thing any visitor to the island is told is not to let the monkeys pee on you. Put that to the side though, and what you'll find is a beautiful island full of nature's most inquisitive animals.
How is
As
it
things
beautiful
stand,
if-
the site is technically public property, so anyone can visit, but moves are being made to change the rules so only scientists aligned with the facility are allowed.
Why is this island out of all the islands on when you can visit, when these motherfuckers can give you herpes type B? Is that what he said? That makes no sense. Now what if one of the people that go there and then they come back with, bro? It's the same thing with Chernobyl, bro. Like, why? That would make no sense. Why are these places? I feel like you safer on the Snake Island. Like, no cap. That's crazy, bro. Anybody is allowed to go here?
to set foot on the island. Sadly, Hurricane Maria
That's
that
wicked
tore
as
through the
hell.
Caribbean in late 2017 made landfall at Cayo Santiago and devastated the island. With few places to hide, it was feared that a lot of the monkeys would have lost their lives in the storm. Luckily, the numbers still
he's
seem to be
drinking dirty
thriving,
water
though,
and all
so
that.
if you're daring enough to visit a place where
That make me
humans have to
feel
eat
bad.
food whilst sat inside a cage as monkeys look on, you'll find plenty to see.
Bro, I
exciting
watched,
news, everybody.
I watched
The
one
time-
of the old school Planet of the Apes movies, bro, and I just laughed the entire movie, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Y'all tell me in the comments below what y'all want me to react to over here, bro. It's gonna be a lot of, I ain't gonna say different videos, because they all gonna be kind of like based off my curiosity, kind of, but they gonna be some good videos, man. They gonna be some good videos for sure, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the questions that I have, y'all probably got too. We gonna get some of those answers in a lot of the videos we watch over here. You feel me? And also make sure y'all go check out my Marvel and DC channel, Cloudy Comics, where I give my theories on what's to happen next in the movies and in the TV shows coming up over there. And also I react to the news and updates about what is gonna be in the movies, you know what I mean? But yeah, subscribe to your boy.